My friend asked me today if I was at peace, and I don't think peace is something that is the funny thing is, as I try to articulate it, it's something that we rest into. It is something that we pray for. To have peace is to let go of the way of being that takes us out of ourselves, the way of being that exists in the ego awareness, in our mental constructs. Many people can psych themselves into peace. I see a lot of people delude themselves in denial because we are not taught how to sit in discomfort. I suppose that is why those of us who perhaps may feel extreme discomforts in our being is because we've gone through experiences that have initiated us into new levels of awareness. I know when I was growing up, I didn't know what it meant to be present until I was in Nepal and I was studying yoga and sound healing. Only through that experience was I able to begin the true path of embodying what presence looked like. It wasn't a light switch. It was a lot of work. And now, years later, I pray for peace. I don't delude myself into it. I ask God. I ask the field that I speak to show me how I can be in peace with whatever situation I find myself experiencing. I'm in my truck right now. It is very cluttered in here and kind of a reflection of the disordered being that is still in me. And I laugh because it's absurd. I think, there are certain things about ourselves that we try to hide from the world, that we don't want others to see. And we find those mirrors of ourselves in a messy drawer in our house, in a messy car. Right now, I'm living in my tent in the forest outside of my job. I'm really lucky that I get to be able to live that way and have free housing as I am meant to, because I live on planet Earth, and I believe that we should all be allowed to live freely. And in exchange for that, I work and I serve people. I cook for people. I cook for workers and maintenance men and hardworking people, outdoorsy people, rock climbers, all sorts of souls that I feed every day, no matter how they treat me, no matter what they say about my food, no matter how much respect they give me. I don't ask for it. And I learn to be in peace with the work that I do, because I know that I do it from my heart. And in exchange for this work, I receive free meals and running water to shower and drink. And I live a lifestyle that most people would perceive to be quite uncomfortable. And everything I own is laid out in front of me. And I don't have a messy drawer in my house where I can stuff everything that I don't want to look at. I have to look at everything I own every day. And I am finding a peace in my chaotic process. And a balance, which feels, for me, balance feels equilibrium, feels very hard for me, because I am someone who is so emotionally tuned into the people and the environment around me and to myself. I am deeply affected by my unconscious processes, and my life is a continuous state of processing. And our brains consciously can only take in 50 to 40 bits of information consciously. However, our brain is taking in 11 million bits of information at a time. I'm perceiving the environment I'm in. I'm listening to my words. I'm feeling my body in the floor beneath me, the seat that I'm on. I see the trees. I hear people in the background in the parking lot. There is a heightened sense of sensitivity that is always being revealed to me, and it can feel like I am drowning in it at times. And for me, solitude, rest, stillness are how I can restore my inner innate frequency so I can purge out anything that is not true. Because when you are sensitive like this, I remember intellectually that everything is one. Everything is one. I am infinite awareness. I am this phone. I am the child that just ran past my truck. I am the joy of that child. I am the trees. All of these things that I perceive around me that are taking from my peace, taking from my center, are really reflections of what is inside of me, inside of my own unconsciousness. Your unconscious is like playing in the background, while your present consciousness is me articulating the frequency and the energy that I'm transmuting through the English language that I was born into. I don't know. I know a little bit of German. I know a little bit of Nepali because I lived there for 8 months. However, I was born into the English language. And I believe as a spiritual being that language is almost blocking to the instinctual feeling being inside. And to be someone who is thoughtful and pure with your tongue is a practice of the life of English. And it's fascinating. And I am praying for peace in my words. I do not swear as much these days. I pause when I feel overwhelmed. And when you awaken, there is this sense of rupture, because life as you knew it will never go on the way it was, because there's a reason why. There is a saying that ignorance is bliss. And when you know everything is energy, when you feel everything as energy, you see through the bullshit. You see through the separateness. And from my heart, I want to say that it is a blessing and a gift to awaken in this life, and it is a blessing to have these rich experiences that I don't know, the goddess wills me to transform and transmute. And I'm hearing ringing in my ear. I'm getting some information. I would love to close this video today with a quiet meditation to invite you to enter the space inside yourself that emptiness, the void, and breathing deeply into your belly, your low belly, and holding that breath. And exhaling everything through your mouth. And you can take your hand and put it on your chest and on your belly. And breathe deeply into your abdomen, connecting to that infinite place in you, that dark, deep place that holds all of life, all of you, all of everything, that holds everything that you've ever experienced and everything that you will experience in this body, all the memory of your ancestral lineage, your mother, your father, your matriarchal line, your patriarchal lines, every lover that you've embraced inside of you, or if you're a man, every lover you have penetrated. I'm sorry, I have to laugh. I just disrupted the meditation. I just totally disrupted the meditation. What does a man say? Men, what would I say? Women they embrace a man, they take in a man, and a man enters the void, enters the creation. A man is wrapped around the creation, and a woman holds it. Maybe you had a laugh too. Eroticism is quite is innocent in its nature. All right. Have a blessed day, evening, night, wherever you are. Sending you love, positive energy. and beauty and blessings.